Good morning and welcome to the Deductible Opinions podcast. This week, we continue our vehicle month. We are covering Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels.
Yes, we are.
With me, as always, is JR
I'm here.
and our producer extraordinaire, Zach,
Hello.
and myself, Nick. Fellas, how are we all going?
Doing well, mate.
Doing well?
Doing well.
I realized I think I don't normally introduce myself, which is probably a bit silly, you know?
Did you not?
I think in past episodes, I'm just skipping myself. I'm just going,
Selling yourself short there.
you know?
Yeah, true. Everyone's been asking for, however many episodes the people have been asking.
You guys are going to hit it big. You're going to leave me behind.
Yeah, you finally gave it to them, though.
Fellas, have we been watching anything? It's been a little while since our last pod. Zach, what have you been doing?
Nothing too much. I'm mostly watching TV at the moment. I've been catching up on The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, the new season?
Are you serious?
The Rings of Power.
Is it any good?
I've been enjoying it. I think it's better than season 1.
Really?
Season 1 was definitely just an exercise in how much money you can spend on a show and have it just be fine. But this I'm enjoying season 2 so far. It's been good. But that's about it.
Interesting.
Does it recap season 1? Because I watched it, but I couldn't tell you what happened.
It briefly recaps season 1, which is helpful because there's a lot going on.
Would you say it's worth a watch? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, if you like Lord of the Rings, I think yes. I do take issue with the fact that they've cast a lot of uggos as the elves.
Okay.
And I feel like elves should be attractive people.
Anyway, okay. Excellent. Jordan.
Yeah, what's up?
Jordan. Zach not liking the elves in Lord of the Rings aside.
Mm.
What have you been doing, man? You caught any media recently? Any TV? Any movies? What are you watching?
It's been a while. I can't really remember. I've gone back to my degenerate ways and I have reinstalled World of Warcraft and I am now playing the new expansion. And that is what's taken up my last few days. And will probably continue to take up the remaining of my days.
How are the cinematics in the new World of Warcraft expansion?
Dude, well, which cinematics are we talking about?
I don't know. I'm assuming there's cinematics.
Well, there's the main cinematic when you first launch the game for the new expansion. That's phenomenal as always.
That's good.
In-game ones vary from total dog shit to acceptable. But yeah, it's a spectrum.
Okay.
The game is... I don't understand. It doesn't seem any different to any other expansion to me. But I'm also not paying attention to any lore, and I'm just trying to power through it as fast as possible. So that's probably why it feels the same as all of them.
Fair.
But, it's fun to have something to play.
Yeah, it is. World of Warcraft, I've spoken about it before. I'm not going to play this new expansion because it's a time hog, but there's a reason it's so popular. It's able to get its hooks into you because World of Warcraft is, no matter what your feelings are about it, it's one of the best games ever made. That's why it's so popular.
That's true. That is true. They're definitely struggling for numbers, dude.
Are they?
They've changed it massively. I think to the point where it almost doesn't matter if you're Horde or Alliance. You can just play cross faction, and I'm pretty sure you can just speak cross faction now. They've changed a lot.
I mean, the conversation for another time, but I still think it's crazy that they haven't made WoW 2. They're still using the same engine from when we
Yeah,
were in
that's right.
high school playing it now, right?
Yeah, 2004, my man.
Insane.
Yeah, but that's all I've been doing. Nothing else. What about you, bro?
Well, luckily, I've watched enough movies for all of us.
Nice, dude.
Although, Rings of Power, it's a lot of hours. TV shows are a lot of hours. I'll give Zach that. I'm not going to go through everything I've watched this week, but I'm going to go through a couple of ones that I enjoyed. I caught Longlegs. I think I was mentioning that to you guys.
Ooh.
Longlegs was not really my thing normally. I'm not, even though The Thing is one of my favorite movies, I'm not a big one for horror movies. I find that jump scare horror movies, I do get freaked out by jump scares, but I just find the movies boring and generally.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of jump scares in general. I think it's a pretty weak way to induce or add fear to a movie.
And then the other side are just creepy horror movies, and I just find creepy and pointless. I do like slasher movies.
Right.
Long Legs, I thought was really good. I think they did it really well. It is a movie about an FBI agent who is trying to hunt down a serial killer called Longlegs. It's very Twin Peaks. I think I mentioned to you, Zach, that it's actually even more like the game, the Japanese game they made. Which what was that called again? You remember?
Deadly Premonition.
Deadly Premonition. It was more like Deadly Premonition than Twin Peaks, which is interesting. I think the first half of that movie is fantastic. The second half of the movie isn't as good, but really good. Worth a watch. I don't want to speak about it too much, other than it's a mystery kind of thriller.
Nice.
Worth a watch. Worth your time. Don't want to spoil it. Give it a watch if you have any interest in that. Obviously, it's got Nick Cage playing a serial killer. Some people will want to watch it just for that alone. Give it a shot.
How's his performance? Because he's very varying in his performance generally.
So, I mean, he doesn't make the movie,
Okay.
but it's a good movie. It's a very good movie. He's good in it though. He's good in it, but it's not a Nick Cage movie.
Right.
He's in it a bit, but he's not in it that much.
Kind of like the what was that vampire movie? Reinhold.
I don't know.
You've watched it, bro. Where Nick Cage is a vampire, but he's not in it for very much.
Oh yeah, Renfield.
Renfield, yeah.
Yes, Renfield. Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
kind of like that. Except I didn't think that movie was very good.
gotcha. No, it wasn't a good movie, but probably because they didn't have Nick Cage in it enough. I don't know.
Yeah, except this one was pretty good. I thought the cinematography was really good. And like I haven't studied film or whatever, so I can't tell you the technical whether it is good or not. But I really like when I'm watching movies and TV shows like Breaking Bad where the shots make me go, "Ooh." And you're like, "Oh, that looks I don't see shots like that. That looks interesting." And when you get a weird shot like that,
Mm,
a dolly shot or a one track or whatever, it kind of makes you sit up and you see a little bit and you're like, oh, all right. Well, you know what I mean? This is something's going on. It's good. And I like movies that do that. I'm sure there's technical terms for that, but you don't need them. Just watch the movie.
well, we'll just have Zach watch it, and he can tell us if you're correct or incorrect.
That would be great.
Take some notes. Do some fact checking.
Zach's Film Corner. Add some work to Zach's week. The second movie I saw, rewatched Beauty and the Beast because
Oh wait, what? The animated or the remake, the live action?
the animated. I haven't seen the live action.
What?
The reason I rewatched it is because we just saw the theater show.
Oh,
And so then after seeing the theater show, we wanted to see the film. And the film was good. The theater show was also good, except when we went, the understudy was playing Belle, who's obviously the lead.
yep.
And, she did okay, but she just couldn't hold a tune during several of the songs. I don't know what was going on there, but
That's a shame.
the movie's a classic for a reason. Beauty and the Beast. I don't need to talk about it. Worth a rewatch. Absolutely. Rewatch Shaun of the Dead last night as well for the 20th anniversary.
Classic.
Classic. I'm gonna go through all those movies as well. Shaun of the Dead, Edgar Wright. Just watch it. Yeah, I don't need to talk about that. You've heard of it. You know you should watch it if you haven't seen it. Give it a watch. And then finally I saw Beetlejuice, the new
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Beetlejuice movie.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! I no spoilers. I think it was good. It was a fun time. Worth seeing in the cinema. You could also just see it at home. The performances are really good. It's cool to see the effects and everything. The movie's got a good vibe. The screenplay is a little weak, and it feels a little bit like maybe they cut 20 minutes from the movie for time. So some things are a bit like, why did that happen? It feels like maybe they cut a bit from it. Good movie overall, not as good as the original, but probably the best Tim Burton has done in years and years and years. So it was good. It was fun. It's worth a watch. General Ortega, Wednesday, all that thing, all those movies.
Mm.
I think she's got to be careful not to typecast herself.
Too late, bro. Too late.
I was gonna say it's too late, bro.
It's way too late for that.
I've seen her in a few other things like X and everything. This is the thing that I think she needs to be careful about is that she's not opening up the roles she's doing. She really needs to figure out, do I want to be a serious actor or do I want to be a comedy actor? You can't just do the sarcastic roll your eyes teenager thing forever because eventually you're going to not look like a teenager anymore.
I don't know, man. With enough plastic surgery, she can keep this going for a while.
That's it.
I mean, maybe. I think people might start to get a bit bored of her after a while, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, Beetlejuice. I'm gonna give that a recommend. Worth a watch.
Wow. Should I watch the original? Because I
Watch the original first. The original's much better.
okay. Or should I watch the remake and then watch the original?
No, original. Obviously, original, then the sequel.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
No, I would not watch the sequel before the original.
I'm just trying to throw things out there, man. Trying to switch it up.
You're going to be a little bit confused. I did touch on that one of the actors from the original
Yeah.
wasn't in this movie, and so they have his character just kind of die off screen. You don't see him at all, and then when you see the character die, you see him die. They skip to an animation of him dying, so they don't use the real actor.
Ah.
And I mentioned to you, I thought, oh, he must be dead in real life. That's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
But then I Googled it, and he's not dead in real life. That actor is apparently in 2002 was convicted for having child pornography and trying to solicit a minor, and did jail time, and is now doesn't do Hollywood movies anymore.
That's
And so that was a bit of a head scratch because, like, Tim Burton, just don't mention that character.
yeah, they could have just left that one out, huh?
Leave it out altogether. But anyway, look, it doesn't sell the movie because they obviously are trying to just pretend that character doesn't exist. They could have pretended even harder. Either way, it is a legacy sequel, so no,
All right.
don't watch this one without having seen the first one because you will be scratching your head.
Gotcha.
Michael Keaton is fantastic.
He often is.
He's the OJ.
The OJ.
The OJ. He's like OJ.
Like OJ, yeah, interesting.
He's gonna. That's not. He'll call his lawyers. Okay, he's not that cool. He will sue. All that said, it's a bit of a mouthful. I've seen a few other things this week as well. I saw the new Rebel Ridge on Netflix, which is kind of like the Rambo-esque movie. People were saying, "Oh, it's good, it's good, it's good." It's a Netflix movie.
Is it like Rambo 1?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Like First Blood?
trying to be like First Blood, but then it kind of changes.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I found myself finding it hard to pay attention because it was boring me a little bit at times.
Should have given you some of my tablets, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Look, but people seem to like it, so it might be an American thing. Maybe you like it if you're an American.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, all that said, let's get to the main attraction.
Do the movie of the week.
Dumb and Dumber. Zach, as we spoke about before, you've prepared a summary.
I
Oh, I'm just messing with you.
boys, please.
It's his heart condition, Nick. What are you doing?
Dumb and Dumber is the story of two best friends, Lloyd and Harry. While down on their luck after being fired for completely reasonable reasons, the two decide to chase a woman Jim Carrey met once in an airport across the country in order to return her briefcase to her, not knowing it was intentionally left behind to pay for a ransom. Will the two make it safely across the country? And will Jim Carrey find true love? Dumb and Dumber.
Dude, huge.
Huge. Guys.
Dude, I feel like I have taken some liberties with this theme we've gone with.
Oh, as did I, dude.
But like, so when they arrive in Aspen, I'm jumping ahead, but when they arrive in the Aspen, that's kind of like the two key vehicles here are the dog van and the little scooter thing they have,
Little monkey bike thing.
the little monkey bike.
I think it fits the theme perfectly because
But it's hilarious. So they land in Aspen. I pull up the scrolling to see how far along the movie are. We're halfway through the movie, so there's no more vehicles for the back half of the movie.
But
But you know what? I'm taking it.
when I think of Dumb and Dumber, I think of the dog car. Like the dog car is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's iconic.
Phenomenal.
It's fantastic.
Jordan, what did you think of this movie?
I love this movie. I've seen this countless times. I think we had the VHS when I was a kid, and we'll probably just watch it on repeat. Yeah, love this movie. Always will. Even rewatching it now, yeah, I still love it as much as I always did. So yeah, fantastic film.
Classic. Zach, how do you feel?
Well, this is my first time watching Dumb and Dumber.
No.
First time. Oh.
Yeah.
So you're not getting any nostalgia because yeah, huge nostalgia for me. That's crazy.
No, zero nostalgia. And I've seen bits of it over the years. Like, I definitely remember seeing the scene where he gets his tongue stuck on the ski lift.
Mhm.
Like, I've seen bits of the
Mhm.
movie. Yeah, it was funny. It was fine.
It's like a look, and I say I love the film. You can certainly understand it is like a slapstick comedy for children.
For sure.
Like that the target audience is kids, and they threw in some adult humor jokes.
Oh, Austrian. Good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. I love this movie as well. I saw it as a kid quite a few times though, and I didn't think it would work. I thought I was going to watch it And I was going to be like, Dumb and Dumber. It's probably just stupid
Mm.
child humor. And look, not everything works.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There are a couple of 90s, 2000s gross out humor that we used to love to do that. I've been rewatching the scary movies
Mm.
and the gross out humor. We used to love that.
Oh yeah, we were all about it.
The film is throwing so many little jokes at you. Like there's a bit where like Jim Carrey gets back to his apartment after he's like crashed his car and he's got the briefcase and he's like, "How was your day?" "Not very good. I ran off the tarmac again." Like just this little nothing joke, and it's just so funny to think of him having done
Yeah.
that before. And just all this little stupid stuff that shouldn't work
Yeah.
that is just cracking me up. Like when he's after she's left in the airport and he's driving and like looking at her and then he yells, "Goodbye, my love," and crashes his car.
Goodbye, my love.
And then they call back to it. And
Yeah, really good writing.
what do they say? "Oh yeah, I got fired." They always freak out when I leave the scene of an accident. It's the wit, it's the improv of Jim Carrey, I think.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's the goat, dude. Until he kind of went off the rails, but yeah, he's the goat.
Yeah.
But so how did you feel, Zach, having it be your first time? Was it working for you or was it just a little too childish?
Oh look, it was working for me. I had a good time. I was watching it with Beck, and she loves this movie like to tears.
Nice.
Oh, we should have had her on.
Yeah, maybe I should go sub her out.
Yeah, we should have.
But yeah, look, it was funny. I didn't blow me away. But like, yeah, Jim Carrey is a comedic powerhouse in this movie, and Jeff Daniels as well. Like their physical performances, like kept me, watching the whole way through.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels was a fantastic fucking pick for this movie. He nailed that role.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that they didn't want Jeff Daniels in the film?
I did look this up as well, yeah.
Are you looked up? Well, do you want to tell the story?
You probably know it better than I. You probably have it written down. I just remember reading that they didn't want him, and Jim Carrey's like, no, I need this dude.
Yeah. So essentially, they were going to have Nicolas Cage be Jim Carrey's co-star.
Oh, that's right.
But Nicolas Cage was trying to negotiate $2 million on top of his normal studio fee. He's like, "Well, Jim Carrey's not a big actor. I'm going to be the
Shit.
main person in this role. I want to get $2 million." Jeff Daniels really wanted to do the movie. Like the studio didn't want him, and his own like reps were like, "Don't do this
Yeah.
movie. Be a serious actor. Have you read the script? Like, come on, like." So the studio lowballed him, offering him 50K, which is like the union lowest fee, right? Kind of like a go away, right?
Mm,
Don't accept it. And Jeff Daniels took it, and they're like, well,
crazy.
okay, Nicolas Cage wants like $3 million. Jeff Daniels is going to do it for 50K. We'll let Jeff Daniels do it. And Daniels went all in. To get
Crazy.
his hair to be that frizzy, he didn't condition, blow dry, or comb it, do anything to it for 2 months.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Only Murders in the Building stars Martin Short and Steve Martin were both offered the role of Lloyd with Jim Carrey,
Oh really?
Really?
which both pretty funny at the time.
Interesting.
Would have been a very different movie with Steve Martin.
Yeah. I can't imagine anyone but Jim Carrey in
No.
that role, to be honest.
And then there was going to be a cameo. They were going to have, and this kind of brings us back to, I've mentioned many times that I'd love to cover What Women Want on the podcast. Mel Gibson was going to play the role of the husband in a cameo
Ah.
because back then the idea was that, well, Mel Gibson is so hot, no
Mm.
way Mary would pick Lloyd over him.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, also, finally, this is kind of random, but that's Jim Carrey's real chipped tooth.
Yeah, I do know that. And I don't know, did he had a cap on it? Did he actually had it removed for the filming, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I've heard of actors doing that before. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Is that just if you have like I don't know, dentistry? We need to get dentist on. If you're a dentist and you want to be on the pod, send a message to
Hit us up.
what is it? Contact at deductibleopinions.com. It'll be in the description. My second point, guys, of the movie. Lauren Holly, who's is the love interest,
Mm.
in the dream sequence, a lot of butt out of nowhere. I was like,
Yeah. Yes.
whoa, that's a lot of butt. And then she gets that horrible kiss from Jim Carrey. And all I could think was, this is like a classic. You're a kid, you're watching like a PG movie, everything's perfect, everything's fine, and then your parents come in and there's just a random sex scene immediately.
I mean, having said that, the dream sequence is one of the weirdest parts of this entire film.
It's very strange.
It just doesn't seem to fit at all compared to the rest of it. Like the weird fight with the chef, like
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not sure if this affected it at all, but the actress and Jim were married after the movie,
no.
got divorced less than a year later, and
Wow.
I hope she made bank because I would not want to be married to Jim Carrey. He seems annoying, as talented as he is. Have you guys ever seen her before?
I have. I don't know if I just recognize her from this movie and therefore associate her with other things, but what else has she done?
Have you recognize her at all, Zach?
Not really. She looks familiar, but
There's a GIF running around the internet from a long time ago of a woman who walks into a kid's bedroom in like a bikini, and she's
Mm.
got chocolate cake and a Nintendo. And she goes, "You get chocolate cake, Game Boy, and me." And it's a GIF from a TV series. It's you definitely will have seen it if you've been around the internet. And that's her. And that blew my mind. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this GIF.
Wait, so has she not done anything of note prior to this?
Oh no, no, just the GIF.
That's crazy, dude.
hey, man, she was in NCIS.
Oh, dude. Oh, shit. She is from NCIS. Crazy, dude. There you go.
So speaking of co-workers that Jim Carrey dated, boys. So obviously dated Lauren here. Who else did Jim Carrey get engaged to
What, Jeff Daniels?
that he worked with? Not Jeff Daniels. I'll give you a couple options.
Okay, cool.
Jennifer Tilly from Liar Liar, Leslie Mann from Cable Guy, Renee Zellweger from Me, Myself, and Irene, and Zoe Deschanel from Yes Man.
Hmm.
Do any of those ring a bell? He was engaged to one of them.
Engaged.
Now, they didn't get married, but he was engaged to one of them.
What was the one before Zoe?
Renee Zellweger.
Yeah,
from
hit me. Yeah,
Me,
sign me up
Myself,
for Renee.
Me, Myself, and Irene. Leslie Mann from Cable Guy. Jennifer Tilly from Liar Liar, who is the
The
woman
mum?
who he's supporting in he's her lawyer.
Put me down for Liar Liar chick.
Liar Liar.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly.
It is Renee.
Oh wow, really?
It's Renee.
Yeah, Me, Myself, and Irene.
Dude, look at me go.
Yeah, craziness. Jim Carrey going around marrying people he works with.
Me, Myself, and Irene, also a very fucking hilarious movie.
Is that the one where he has 3 African American sons?
Yeah.
I saw some pretty good trivia about that where there's a scene where he kisses the sons on their cheek, but
Yeah.
he improved it, so they didn't know what they didn't expect it. And they're like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. That movie is wild. Yeah, I rewatched that movie not long ago. It's still as crazy as I ever remember it being.
Do you have any favorite movie moments, of Dumb and Dumber? Jordan.
Bathroom scene is insane and hilarious to me. Where he looks at his watch and looks at the writing on the wall. I can't even remember what it says, but it's like, be here on this day at this time for a good time. That scene is crazy.
I thought that was insane. It's so real for a PG movie. I'm like, it's
It's crazy. Apparently there's another cut of this film, and I don't know if I've ever watched it or if I have been already watching it. Apparently it's like add a bunch of dark elements to the movie, and I don't know if that's one of them, but
really.
yeah. I'll have to find out the differences and look them up.
Hadn't heard of that.
You know that so another bit of trivia. You know when they're in the diner and he throws a salt over his shoulder, the dude spits in his burger. Funny, like that's already fucking hilarious.
Mm.
And then they do the little trick where they get the dudes to pay for their meal and they drive off. You know how he says that's from a movie and they chase him down the road and eventually slit their throats.
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels was in that original movie.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yep. I don't know the name
wow.
of the movie, but that's the trivia.
It's just the little layers in
Little layers, man.
little layers.
Wow. Zach, any moments?
I really appreciated just the way the film ends, like with the models
Yes.
and just like them, just Jim Carrey's like, no, the town's that way. It's just the delivery is rock solid.
More improv. More improv. So initially the scene was gonna end with Jim Carrey getting on the bus, but Harry not getting on the bus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was the joke that Harry was just kind of got dumped by him. But then Jim Carrey was like, "Wouldn't it be funnier if we did it this way?" And absolutely, it's one of the funniest parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, what else? Like, oh, the when he's sitting at the bar in Aspen waiting for her to rock up
Yeah,
because Harry told him she was going to be there, and then he leaves and he says, "Oh, we
The moon
landed on the
landing.
moon."
that's great.
Also, apparently, another improv line.
Fantastic. Yeah, he just saw the poster and went crazy with it.
Dude, he is a legend.
I mean, I love that moment as well. That might be one of my favorite moments in the movie. I mean, obviously, what was all that 1 in a million talk is pretty
Oh,
good.
so good.
This worked for me. I don't know why it worked for me, but want to hear the most annoying sound in the world. And just
Oh yeah.
Also, goaded scene.
on the second time I watched it, I was looking at the other actors, and you could see both of them cracking up before Jim Carrey even
Yeah.
starts making the noise.
Yeah, yeah. You know, he improv that as well.
Oh, did he
Yep.
really? Oh
That's why
my
they were
gosh.
laughing because they weren't expecting it, dude.
Jim Carrey is crazy.
He's crazy, man.
He had such a successful year, such a successful year that year, which was what the first year that he hit it big.
Because Ace Ventura came out before this?
Yeah, we had Ace Ventura and The Mask
Oh, shit.
and Dumb and Dumber all this year.
Wait, they all came out in the same year?
He is the first ever actor to have 3 movies go number 1 in 1 year. The 3 we just mentioned.
Holy shit.
He's also the first ever actor to receive a salary of over $20 million for the cable guy. That's how hot he was.
Whoa.
But, boys, what did our boy Roger Ebert give the film out of 4 stars? He does it out of 4.
Shit.
Did he like it? Did he not like it? What did Rog think?
Famously, Roger loved Dark City.
Famously loves Dark City.
Famously.
Love Dark City.
And are there any parallels to Dark City in this movie? I'm going to go with 2-star.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon as well. I can't see Roger being super impressed with Dumb and Dumber, so I'm going to go 2 stars, if not 1.5. No, 2. Put me down for 2.
Roger Ebert
Yeah.
gave The Thing 2.5 stars.
Yeah.
He did famously.
And then he gave this movie 2 stars and said it was hit and miss, but that he liked Carey's performance.
Interesting.
In fact, not many liked the film when it came out. It only had a 61% in Rotten Tomatoes, which is like 3 out of 5. So an average movie.
Yeah.
Carey was even nominated for a Razzie Award for Worst New Actor for this.
Wow.
Insane considering he was in 3 movies that went number 1 that year and became super hot after it. But yeah, he didn't win it, but they nominated him anyway. The film made $247 million US at the box office, which is way more money than I've ever seen in my life.
Is that good?
Never seen it.
Is that good for the time?
I don't know, but it's more money than I have.
It's not bad.
Pretty good.
I mean, it's done better than what came out this year that tanked. Furiosa, right?
Furiosa, Fall Guys, Borderlands, The Crow.
Yeah. 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 It's not bad.
I mean, we got a lot of movies tanking this year.
Mm.
What did you guys think of Pretty Birdie selling a dead bird to a blind kid?
Pretty devious, man.
Our pets' heads are falling off, dude. That is one of my favorite scenes. Also, it's just it's such a quotable movie, man.
What happened? His head fell off. Well, he was very old. So there was an alternate ending with the blind kid and the parakeet joke. And in that ending, it turned out that the blind kid is the nephew of Lloyd and is the nephew of Lloyd and Harry's butler at the hotel in Aspen. And they were asked to babysit him, but instead they sold him a parakeet and just left. Just left him there. There's also another line which I didn't understand, and I saw a little factoid about it.
Mm.
At one point, he says, "I have a rapist's wit,"
Yeah.
and apparently there was a scene cut from earlier where when he's in talking to the hotel when they're flashing the money around, one of the people tells him, "You have a rapist's wit," and so he's trying to repeat it.
That makes more
Yeah.
sense. Ah,
It does make more sense. My only con of the movie is
hit me.
I didn't like the gross out humor. I didn't like the toilet scene. So
It was a wild scene.
it was going at that toilet for a while.
Yeah.
We could have cut that one down.
Oh, you're talking about the where he's shitting on the toilet?
Yeah, with the
Yeah, that's
laxatives.
very childish.
We could cut that down.
Yeah.
Second con, I don't want to get into it too much, but Jim Carrey is an old school anti-vaxxer from before COVID times, before it was cool.
Is he really?
Yeah, he believes that
Dude, he was ahead of the curve.
yeah, he believes that vaccines poison children, and people who give people vaccines, he thinks they're idiots and fascists.
I mean, he's a wild, crazy dude.
He's a law of attraction guy, which is like The Secret, like the book where you get a vision board and you
Oh,
write on what you want on your vision board, then you get it.
yeah.
But he's done like 600 vision boards, and people are still getting vaccines. So I don't know what's going on. But I also really enjoyed, and I mean, there's so many jokes in this movie, and this was a little one that I didn't pick up when I was a kid watching it. But Jim Carrey's trying to buy a copy. I used to think it was just a newsletter, but watching when I
Ah,
noticed more this time, he's trying to buy a copy of Rhode Island Slut.
hell yeah.
Yes.
And then he loses his wallet, and then the old lady like robs him. Oh, just
I
fantastic.
also love how Harry tells him to go buy supplies, and he says, "No mucking around. This is our last, like, however much dollars." And you see him walking with a ridiculous hat. He's got a bouncy paddle ball thing and a case of beer, and it's clear that he's just absolutely just wasted the cash on shit. He gets back to the apartment. He's like, "Where's the beer?" So he's actually he was buying the right shit. Uh,
Another blink and you'll miss it one that I actually thought was really funny. They're in that hot tub in the Love Hotel.
so good.
And Jim Carrey says something like, "You're lucky you don't have a big rack, or I'd be banging you right now."
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I missed that completely.
yeah. I missed it the first time as well. I'm like, "Oh my god, Jim." Ah, Dumb and Dumber.
God damn, dude. Such a good movie.
It's a classic. It is a classic movie.
I wonder if watching this for the first time, I would kind of be more leaning towards Zach's experience of it, or if I've just loved it so much as a kid that I still love it.
Well, Zach, do you have if we go when we go to ratings, do you have your partner's rating?
Ooh,
Yeah, look, I can pretty much safely say that I know what Beck would give this
You
movie.
could guess. Interesting.
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, I mean, we can go to ratings unless you've got anything else to mention.
I can't think of anything else. We've covered, a lot of the best parts of this movie. There's still so much more.
Oh,
The
joke wise, yeah,
there's so many more jokes that we didn't cover, but you can't cover them all.
yeah, it's fantastic. It's just fantastic. But yeah, Zach, do you want to go with your rating?
Sure. For me, having seen it for the first time, I don't have that nostalgia factor, going into it. So I'm doing my first viewing as a 35-year-old man. It was funny, really strong performances from Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels. Their physicality is awesome. Their chemistry is great. For me, 3 stars.
That's pretty good.
3 stars. I was worried. I thought he was
That's pretty good.
I thought he was buttering us up.
For my wife would give it 5 stars.
5 stars, well deserved. I thought he was buttering us up. I thought we were gonna get a 1.5 or a 2 just then. I thought he was buttering us up, man.
Really? I don't know who could give it that low of a
I
rating,
think if
man.
any lower than that, you probably don't have much of a sense of humor. Like
Yeah, yeah,
so much of that
right.
film is just intrinsically funny.
Yeah, I mean, I also love it's just so funny, and it's the improv, but it's not just the improv from Jim Carrey. Like the scene where Jeff Daniels and Lauren are out and they're in the snow, and
Mhm.
she throws a snowball at him,
They
and then he
start
just
Very
brawling.
playfully, yeah.
massive snowball just
Yeah,
rips him at
like,
him.
but the look on his face, he locks in and he's like, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of this chick."
Just runs and tackles her. I really liked the movie. I was surprised at I didn't not as much on the second watch. I do think it's probably just a one watch and you have to forget the jokes
Yeah,
and watch again type of movie. But 3.5 stars for me. I think it's a good time
interesting.
if this a movie like this was released in the cinema now and I saw it, I think I would be quite happy to see it. It's a good time, well paced. It's laugh a minute. The majority of the jokes hit. For every joke that doesn't hit, the 90% of them do for me
Yeah,
and for my sense of humor. I don't even think it's necessarily because I saw it as a kid. I just think that Jim Carrey has something magical. And look, if you watch too much Jim Carrey, he probably get on your nerves. But there's a reason he was such a big star, and it's because he's clever.
huge.
He's got the gift.
He owned the '90s, man.
Got the gift. 3.5 stars. He did earn the 90s.
Mm,
100%. 100%.
my rating. I've rewatched this movie probably last year, possibly even sooner than that. So is not long between viewings for me for this movie, and I like it as much as I always have.
Oh.
The jokes are amazing. I still use jokes as memes. Like I'm playing fantasy football and I'm getting absolutely destroyed, and I sent the guy I'm versing a clip of the 1 in a million things. I'm still referencing this fucking movie,
That's fantastic.
and I'm 35 years old.
That is fantastic.
The jokes are fantastic. Jim Carrey is hilarious. I mean, his insanity aside, I was a massive Jim Carrey fan growing up. Loved Liar Liar, loved all of the Ace Venturas. So I'm certainly biased, but yeah, this movie gets a 4 from me.
Damn.
Yeah,
Huge.
Huge.
For well deserved. It's a classic. It's a great
it
film.
is.
If you haven't seen it by this point, go see it. Go watch it.
Check it out.
Dumb and Dumber.
Vaccinate your kids and go watch this movie.
Exactly. Get your kids vaccinated so they can enjoy the humor.
Can I say, weirdly, I thought that they did a sequel to this much earlier than the actual Dumb and Dumber 2 came out. For some reason, I thought there was two Dumb and Dumber movies, but
It's two Ace Venturas, which is probably where you're getting confused.
yeah, that's probably what I was getting it confused with.
Yeah,
Well, I actually thought the same because
I actually thought the same as well.
I had this distinct memory in my brain of the scene where Jeff Daniels gets his tongue stuck on the chairlift.
Hmm.
Well, yeah.
I had a memory of him and Jim Carrey both at the same time having their tongues stuck, but that was not in this film, so I don't know.
Yeah, that actually sounds really familiar.
Wait, no, you're not. We're all correct.
We're all correct. Okay.
What do you mean?
There is Dumb and Dumber. There is Dumb and Dumberer, and then
Oh,
there's Dumb and Dumber 2.
okay. So there's like a
But Dumb and Dumberer doesn't have Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels in it.
It does not have Jim Carrey and it does not have Jeff Daniels, but it is the remake. I mean, the sequel.
interesting. Maybe when you're a kid, actors all look the same. White people all look.
They kind of. I mean, if you look at the casting, they do look quite similar.
Oh, there you go. Interesting.
Yeah. This came out in 2003, Dumb and Dumberer.
Huh.
So yeah, there was a sequel. I actually haven't seen Dumb and Dumber 2 though. Has anyone watched that?
I have not.
I also have not. I don't think apparently it wasn't very good.
They seem a little old. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
we're looking a bit old to be doing the Dumb and Dumber, guys.
Mm.
2014. I mean, are they 50?
Ooh, it is. Ooh, it's not rating well.
That was like the
Yeah.
last film Jim Carrey did until he started doing the Sonic the Hedgehog movies 10 years
Right.
later. No, like 8 years later or something.
Well, Vehicle Month marches on.
The first vehicle film.
Marches on. And I was trying to decide what I would pick. I had so many options, so many thoughts. We discussed this, Zach. You said, oh, you're definitely going to do Christine by John Carpenter. And that was definitely an option. That was one I was thinking about. I do love that movie.
Mm.
But I was thinking of other things. I was thinking of being cheeky. I was thinking of doing Aladdin, the flying carpet. It's kind of a vehicle.
That is taking liberties, but yeah.
That's taking liberties. I was thinking of doing RoboCop. Is that illegal?
Is the suit a vehicle? I guess so.
He's not in a suit. That's him, man.
Yeah, true.
He is the machine, right? That's
Yeah.
him. That's what the movie's about,
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do instead, and I might catch some flack for this.
Dude, Titanic, I knew it.
Not going to do Titanic. Not going to do Titanic. But I am going to do 1980s, The Blues Brothers.
Nice, dude.
Huge.
The Blues Brothers.
I haven't seen this in so long.
Obviously the whole film, it's not a car film, but I think you think the Blues Brothers, you think the music, and you think that real police chase
yeah.
that they have through the mall,
Mm-hmm.
just destroying everything. A classic.
Yeah, this is another movie I watched as a kid.
Me too. I haven't seen it in years. I hope it
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it in probably 10 plus years.
holds up. I hope I haven't doomed the pod forever.
Have you seen it, Zach?
Yeah, I've seen Blues Brothers so many.
Yeah, right.
Seen the Blues Brothers. I could have done the Dukes of Hazzard
You could have.
movie. Johnny Knoxville.
I was seriously considering Titanic, which I thought would have been fucking hilarious.
Titanic's good. I tried to get
It's not. I rewatched it. I don't think it's fucking overhyped.
my partner to watch it again the other day, and she was like, "Nah."
Yeah, and she's right.
She is right, or is she wrong? That's only by watching the movie can you tell.
It's true.
My father watched
I was gonna do Baby Driver as well, which is a very good movie.
Oh, Baby Driver.
Baby Driver is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Making me regret my pick.
I was also gonna do Fast and Furious because I have a fucking Toyota Supra.
And Fast and Furious is also fantastic. But I'm locking it in.
Do it, man.
Blues Brothers.
Lock it in, dude. Huge.
Oh, locking it in. And then
Damn, Zach didn't get to watch his movie, man.
which movie?
Well, wasn't he gonna pick what was that?
Well, we could have all not suffered through a speed racer.
We could have.
Oh, yeah. No, we could have all not suffered the Speed Racer, but there you go. I mean, we can cover Christine if you'd like. We can slip it in.
I've never seen it. I want to check it out.
No one can stop us.
No, we're unstoppable.
Nobody. This is the safe space, and we can watch any movie that we want.
Yeah, yep.
You know, I could have picked Borderlands up there.
Mm,
No one could. There's a car in the trailer. That's all I
I do
know.
want to see it though. How bad can it really be?
You know, you watch the pod to find out. You watch it between next episode with a little mini review on it. All right,
Yeah.
we'll do it. Okay, you and me, we'll do it. Little mini review.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're doing a half an hour.
But there you go, Blues Brothers. Then after that, we'll do our next theme. We'll get it cooking. I'll throw it to you if you'd like, Jordan. You can pick the next theme.
No, I'm not picking it now, am I? Or I can. I already know what my theme is. We've discussed this at length.
No. Oh, well, I mean, you can throw it now if you'd like. You can think about it, or you can throw it at us right now. It's up
No,
to you. You got a week to
it's.
think about it.
I mean, do you want me to say it, or do you want me to sit and cook on it?
Why don't you cook on it? Have a think.
All right, all right.
Have a think. Let's leave everyone in suspense. All right, they can find out. They can find it next week.
Yeah, fair.
Right.
True. We still got to get through Blues Brothers. Yeah. Well,
Oh, exactly.
they got to come back for more. You know.
Exactly.
Find out next week. Next time.
Next time.
Were they on a mission from God? I'm gonna get a priest to come on the podcast with us and talk about the movie. What kind of religion? What are they? Catholic. I'm gonna get a Catholic priest.
Yeah, no.
Surely they're Catholic.
He's gonna come on the pod. I'll find like
Yep.
a Baptist church or something. They're hip. We'll get them on. They'll talk about Blues Brothers with them.
Nice, dude.
That movie famously has a line item in the budget for cocaine. So I'm excited. I'm excited. It's not like today where you have to hide it. Back then you could just
Yeah.
tax deductible.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
What a time. All right, fellas. Thank you for listening. 5 stars. If you like what we're doing, recommend us to a friend. If you have a recommendation, do you want us to cover a movie? Send an email.
Dude, chuck it in the comments. Chuck it in the comments even.
Send an email through to us. Throw it in the comment. And, we'll do anything. We'll cover any movie.
Except for that one French movie about the fucking child pageant thing. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, not that one. Not that one. But if you want us to watch Rain of Fire, it's a great movie.
I'll do it.
Let us know. We'll watch Rain of Fire,
You want us to watch What We Want? We'll do it, man.
If you want us to watch What Women Want, let us know. We'll cover it. We'll cover What Women Want.
Yeah.
Okay?
We'll finally find out, Mel Gibson has the answer.
Mel Gibson, he knows what the women want.
He does.
And the answer is they want more Mel. Right? That's what's great about that movie. Beautiful. Bye.